Hi, this is Mark Burnett at mybrainrestore.com, also known as MBR, okay, which everybody starts calling us that, so everybody's got a short version. You know, most people don't know that IBM, what does that stand for? International Business Machines. 3M, Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing. Us, MBR, My Brain Restore, okay? We've gotten to the same level. More and more people are buying it and they're keeping it short. So I'm going to talk about how to mix this today. That's something that a lot of people have to deal with. You know, how you're going to mix it. Never put it in a hot liquid. Never put it in a hot tea. Never put it in anything hot food. Always cold. Okay, that's the most important. So I'm going to show you a couple here. Now remember, I take 2x, so I can actually take 4 tablespoons, 4 half teaspoons, get that right, 4 half teaspoons, okay, in a day to get the 2x. And if you want to drag it out, you can. Usually I take it all at once. If you take this, and I've had people taste this directly. First of all, never eat it directly. You remember that girl on YouTube that like took a big thing of cinnamon, put it in her mouth, and then sprayed out cinnamon all over? Classic YouTube video. Okay, this isn't as bad as that, but it's a dry powder. So you don't want to just shove it in your mouth. You need to mix it first, okay? You know, if I wet it down here and try it, to me, it has a slight bitterness to it. It's very, very slight. A nurse who tested this, we have a lot of people who just tested it. She said it tastes earthy to her and it tastes great. She loves it. Okay, like it is. But again, the whole idea is to mix this and consume it. Now, why is that good too for caregivers? For caregivers, let me speak to you guys a minute. For caregivers, I know a Parkinson guy who also had frontal dementia with Lewy bodies, okay? If you changed his diet, he was like, man, he'd throw it across the room, okay? He didn't have any tolerance for nothing. So you really couldn't change what he liked to eat. So what's interesting about that is with this, you can put it in a food that the person likes as long as it's cold, and that gives us a great deal pick of things to go with. So let's get into that and talk about a few, okay? I'm gonna keep this out. Now, I particularly like yogurt, and this is the one I use. Obviously, you don't have to use that yogurt. Any yogurt is fine, okay? And I'll take this and open it up here. This is hard to open. It's harder to open than our jar. Okay, there we go. I got it. All right, mix it first, okay? That's important. So I'll take a spoon here because this has fruit on the bottom. This one's strawberry that I picked, okay? And take it and start mixing it first. Do not put in your powder at this time, okay? That's important because otherwise you have the powder all over the place. Okay, and once I get that mixed, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take my spoon. And in this case, I would normally put 4 scoops in here for 2x, but I'm just going to put 1 just to demo how this works. You put it in. I'm not even going to mix it that much. Stir it around. And that's it. Okay, and what you do is you get some yogurt with some speckles in it. And it tastes like yogurt. I mean, it really masks its flavor. There isn't much flavor in it anyway. And again, as a caregiver, if you're giving it to people, they're not really gonna notice this, okay? Don't do it in front of them, okay? Then they'll notice it. Yeah, they might have a bad memory, but it ain't that bad, right? So that's how you do one of these. I'm using this yogurt. You can use any yogurt you want. As a matter of fact, I have a plain yogurt here, okay? So those people want to buy bulk yogurt and use it, you can, okay? You can also buy a big thing of yogurt like this, okay? And wow, that's weird. The seal fell down in there. That's an odd one. You can mix it up, okay, like this. Again, same thing. Just gonna mix it. And you can put your powder in it. Same way, same thing, okay? Just gonna put that in there like that. Okay. Mix it in. And the consistency you're kind of get when you do that is going to be about like that. See, I didn't mix some. About like that. Okay? So now if you say, hey, I want to buy yogurt in bulk, but I like my own flavors, here's a trick you can do. Now, if you're Mr. Diabetes or Mrs. Diabetes, you might not want to do this. But this product called Real Fruit Puree, which is used in cocktail things, but you can find it at grocery stores. It's about $8, but it goes a long way. You can take this and actually put it in here and make your own raspberry version of yogurt. Just that simple, okay? So you can change the flavor. If the person you're taking care of, or if you like mango or anyone, they make a lot of flavors there, okay? This is a real fruit for cocktails. It has no alcohol in it or anything like that. And then you get this. Wow. Yeah. With that takes over. I'm not much of a plain yogurt kind of person. What people are, it doesn't matter. It's cold, okay? So in all these cases, you want to keep these things cold. Let's try some others. Let's go with the same yogurt again, okay? A different kind. On this one here, okay? We actually, this is a mix, you know, it's a liquid yogurt, but it's really hard to get the spoon in here and maybe get that in. You might make a heck of a, shake this up, but you might make a heck of a mess putting it in here, okay? So you have an option. You can pour it in a glass, then mix your mix, which I'm gonna grab some here, right here, okay? And mix it in. You just have to be careful, maybe tap it, because the oils and natural ingredients in this seed, because when we ultra chill mill it, and that is putting it down to a very low temperature, okay, it preserves all the oils and everything in it that makes it work. So it's really important that you be easy with it here, okay? So again, here, I can put my whole 4, and I can do this with the yogurt or anything I'm doing to get the 2x, okay? Again, you don't need to pack it, okay? Then take it and shake her up. And this is, you're Parkinson's person, you stay still, don't shake. Parkinson joke there. And I used to have that really bad like that. And you gotta make sure it mixed. Like in this one, it didn't really mix that well, okay? So you really gotta get it or put it in the glass and use a spoon. This is, the liquid things like this and milk are the hardest thing to mix it in, okay? Like a pretty tart anyway, but make sure that you're shaking it. And I like to really do it in a glass. Otherwise you get chunked. And you can do it this way. It's just one way. The whole idea was to make this so it could mix in with anything. I mean, what's the point of it? The other thing we can do, a glass of milk. In this case, if you do have some issues where you're losing weight and stuff like that, you can buy a good old Carnation instant breakfast. This has been around for years, okay? And the one nice thing about Carnation instant breakfast, it tastes pretty good. I remember using it as a kid, okay? Take it, put it in here. And in this case, this stuff's harder to mix than our stuff. Again, we put our scoop back in. And again, if I had that all the way, I'd be putting 4 in there, okay? And then mix it. Now, in this case, in the instant breakfast case, and where we're using milk, okay, you need to be more thorough at mixing it, okay? It doesn't like to mix, as you can see. This is staying chunky. The instant breakfast itself gets around the sides, and of course, it brings my brain restore right along with it. It gets it kind of caught up. But this is easy to drink. It's got a lot of protein, and also it has a huge amount. It's on the box. There's a huge amount of Vitamins, this is the extra protein version. So you get a lot of vitamins and stuff in here too, which is nice if you're not getting out and things like that. Tastes like the old days. But you can see also it's settling at the bottom. So that means our product's down at the bottom too, okay? So you kind of have to mix it more often if you're gonna go this route. Okay, that's the main thing. Don't just, you know, drink it and not stir it, because you're gonna leave what you need in the bottom. The other things you can mix it in with is things like cottage cheese, okay? I also had some applesauce here, but applesauce, I think somebody else ate it. It was a mango applesauce, and basically you can mix it in with that. You can mix it in with cottage cheese if you want. The main thing being is that our product is designed to mix in those ways. Other people will come up with other ideas. They're going to come up with other solutions that work. As long as they're not mixing them in hot water, they're not boiling them, they're not putting them in hot food in any way, that's fine. Keep it all cold food. Make sure it's mixed well, okay, and stirred, and has a moment to mix in with it. And I think you'll find it works really good. So that was a little lesson in mixology here for My Brain Restore, okay? And by the time you watch this, we'll certainly be on Amazon. We're going to be on eBay. We're working with Walmart online to be there. But usually you get the best deals if you come back to our website. If you download our ebook or get our ebook, then you're going to get a coupon in there that you might want to use, okay? So, you know, and I can tell you, if you're watching this video, it's ebook 10 is the code. That'll give you 10% off any of our subscription products, okay? So come in and try it, okay? And use it, but you gotta stick with it. That's all I can say. It is not a miracle type situation. You know, keep in mind that any supplement out there, whether it's a vitamin your doctor recommends or a mineral, these are all things doctors recommend. They're all supplements, okay? They're made by a lot of different companies. We're fortunate in that we have brand recognition protection in Amazon, okay? So that pretty much kicks everybody else out. There are 100 versions of this particular plant, Ziziphus, that we use. We only use one version, period. And we only use the version that was tested on the mice that cured them 100%. That's it. We can't speak how it may or may not help you, but we can say the mice were cured. I joined the mice, okay, basically, and I'm not cured. I'm Parkinson's level 1, but the Alzheimer's has certainly gone away. So, again, you know, make sure you come up with different ways to mix it. We are very open. You'll find us a company that does not answer the phone by AI. We don't even have a chat feature. You know, call us, okay? Someone will answer the phone or someone will call you back. That's just the way we work, okay? We're old school. We'll talk to you via email too. If you email us, we'll get back to you. We have a form that you can fill it out, or you can send direct to me, mark@mybrainrestore.com. And it'll come in my mailbox and I get to them as soon as I can, but there's other assistants there that can help. info@mybrainrestore.com is another place you can send information. If you need to call us to place an order instead of doing it online, that's fine. People do that. We can take care of that for you. And so APDI Inc. is the main company. My Brain Restore is the product. I tested it for 6 months before I released it and came out with this product, and I did it because I'm not falling downstairs anymore. I'm not tripping. I'm not dragging my foot. My hands aren't shaking. I tell people a joke, you know, look how steady that is. Look at that. That's great, but I drive with this hand. You know, another Parkinson's joke, okay? Hey, you know, you got to look at these things like you got to beat it. I mean, nobody wants this. And another reason to get subscriptions too, I'll tell you, I'm afraid to stop taking it, okay? I mean, I've gotten it to this point and I've gotten this much better. I don't want to stop taking this thing. I don't want that back because the doctor, the neurologist said, I don't know what you're taking, but your tremors are gone. You've changed. So just keep taking it, because I ain't taking their medicine. That's what I told him. I said, yeah, I quit. you know, a while back ago. But don't do that without consulting your doctor. I'm a little more crazier. But, you know, because some medicines you have to come off slowly. And another thing to keep in mind here is that if this works like it did in the mice and it did in me, it means that the receptors in your brain, that dopamine that's being made, that you're taking a supplement for, a drug for, that replaces the dopamine, it's gonna both be doing it at the same time. That's when you really got to talk to your doctor. If you start getting better and everything, and go, hey, I may need to cut back on this, which you're giving me, and stay with this, because all of a sudden my brain is making the dopamine, and you don't want too much dopamine. That's not the ideal. Okay, so this is something you need to think about as you move forward with it. Let us know how you're doing. You can make comments up here on YouTube and different channels that we're on, and come to our site, mybrainrestore.com. Tell other people. Almost everyone I meet knows somebody with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or dementia. I'm not kidding. Everybody. Nowadays, you know somebody. And the other side of the fence is for those people here that are looking at this as what has been termed a smart drug, where it improves memory, this would be the Gen Zers out there who want to sharpen themselves. Actually, that's where the preventive might come in, or even the active, because this was found also that it improved the mice's memory by 20%. Their ability to run mazes, their ability to do different tests, they improved. So that's a fantastic thing to have happen. So it goes across many spectrums, from the people who have these type of situations, to the caregivers, and to the people who just want to sharpen their brain and pass that test you got. Anyway, good seeing you, and we'll see you up on the website, and hope everybody gets better. Mark Burnett, mybrainrestore.com. Thank you for your time.